Hey guys, I hope you are doing well and your swimming is going great. Help me out with a like and subscribe below as the intro music plays, please and thank you. Here we go. All right, this is it. It's that time of the year again, big meet season. We got sectionals tomorrow with the 200 breast, Sunday the 100 breast. You can see I still have some work to do. Get that shaved up. Got to get this posted and then get on the road over to Justin, Texas, where sectionals is once again this year. And I'm excited. I'm always excited to race, and hopefully I can bang out these two goals that I've had for the last 2 years, which is 52 in the 100 breast and 155 in the 200. And twice in the last 2 years, I have had coulda, shoulda, woulda swims that coulda, shoulda, woulda been 52. And it's like, oh, I got to put this one to bed. It's a little tough, I'm not going to lie, mentally coming off of a terrible fall. If you guys have been following along, you know that I started off great in like September and October, and then just 54.2 in December and 159.0. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm feeling good. I made some adjustments, not as much speed, especially in the beginning of the spring, like in January and February, and ramping up the speed over the last couple of weeks. So I'm feeling good, but I felt good going into December. So we'll just have to see. Stay tuned for that next week. Today we are looking at a race I did just this past Sunday to tune up for this sectionals meet. And thank goodness I did, because I clearly had some issues to work through. Let's get into it. Here we go. All right, it is race day. I'm at the Core Cup doing the 100 breaststroke, probably just prelims unless it goes really well. And then I'll shave down and go for it tonight, but probably just prelims. I am doing something new that I've never really done before a race. I've done it before some practices and really liked the way I felt, and so I'm giving it a shot at this meet, which I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it's not my big meet. So what I'm doing is I am doing some light lifting. I went through some plyos, high knee switches, pogo jumps, reactive bounces, step up jumps, and I'm now going to do a little bit of pressing and then a little bit, I would do deadlifts, but I don't have, even though I got this whole gym to myself here, they don't have barbells out, so I can't deadlift. So what I'm gonna do is probably some kettlebell swings. So let's get into it and then yeah, get to the race. All right, so that was 2 sets of 3, 40-pound dumbbells on the first set, 50 on the second. Nothing too crazy, pretty light work. Trying to get a little bit of a lift off the bench on that when I push up, but not like just, you know, like I might try to if I was really going for it in season. I think that's about it for presses. We'll go to kettlebell swings. All right, that felt nice. Let's do one more of those. All right, good. That was 40 pounds, by the way. I think it's time to get in. Here I am in lane 4, and the first thing to look at is how I'm positioned on the blocks. This is the first time I leaned forward in a race, and I set the wedge to a 3 instead of a 4. And I do feel like I got off quicker. So let's get going. And the goal in this race was to relax the sweep out on my strokes, but get a really fast squeeze and shoot, be very powerful there, and use that to drive my time. Unfortunately, it just drove a lower tempo. I was 4 strokes on the first 25, 6 strokes on the second 25 for a 25.8. Just a couple weeks ago when I was getting over the flu, I was doing suited dives of 25.5 and 25.6. So not happy with that. I kept the tempo too low on the third 25, still at 6. finally picked it up a little bit on the last 25, 7 strokes. But, I felt like the turns were a little slow in this race. The pullouts were a little bit long. That is a mistake that I make all the time. I've got to be in more of a hurry to get into the pullout, to get to my strokes and get to that tempo. And that right there is why you practice racing often. Oh my gosh, what the hell happened? It's not like I was trying some crazy new strategy. Oh, I'll try to go 5-7, and I defaulted to my usual 4-6. I always go for 5-7, and I practice it all the time. 1,000,000 times I've done it. All I had to do was 1,000,001th time. This sport is crazy, man. I don't know what just happened, but thank goodness it happened then, right? Because now I'm going into Sunday, like heightened awareness, get after, do not make that mistake again. I just have to make sure that it doesn't turn into some kind of like rage fueled high, like super force, like, and I spin my wheels and just burn myself out on the first 50. But we'll see what happens. It's, clearly it's just a roll of the dice. 2 other things that came out of this. One, the position on the block. Do you lean forward? Do you lean backwards? And I think it is still very much personal preference. I am finding that I prefer leaning forward with the wedge at a 3 instead of a 4 like I used to. And I feel like when I get off, I'm getting off quicker. Now that may not be the case. Worst case is there's really no difference. But it feels like I'm getting off quicker. I'm getting to the water faster. And just that feeling, that mental positivity, there is something to be said for that. Because when you hit that water, you're like, yeah, let's go. That carries over and that has a lot of value. So I'm going to do same deal, lean forward, wedge at a 3 this meet. And then the other thing, lifting, where do I stand on lifting before? I'm still, jury's still out on this one. When I've lifted during taper before practicing, it has definitely carried over and felt great. I feel strong. There's something to that. And I think it's because it is so, it just immediately precedes the swim. And at this meet, I did lift, warm up, 40 minutes downtime, which is my usual, and then race. And I think there was just too much time between. I felt like warm up was good. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't any better than the day before when I didn't lift. So I don't know if that was just an off day, but I think that if you're gonna lift, it probably needs to be closer to the actual race. So like you do warm up, you go get ready, dried off, suited, whatever, and then you do some lifts and you have like 10, 15 minutes of downtime and then race. This is all one big experiment, folks. I'm just making it up as I go. I'm gonna try that, not at this meet because the gym is closed off. So this experiment was like really for nothing because I can't even apply it to sectionals. But where I can apply it is maybe in the future at other meets, non-shave and taper meets, give that a try and just play with it. That's all you can really do, right? Somebody's got to be your guinea pig. I guess that's me. You're welcome. But I'm just doing it for you guys. On that note, you don't want to miss next week. We're gonna post the sectional stuff, 52, 155. Come on, baby. And we're gonna have giveaways. Women's NCAAs is the following week. We're gonna do predictions, giveaways. It's gonna be awesome. You don't want to miss it. Until then, good luck with your swimming. Swim different.